All right, guys, we're back at it again. This is DJ and Shawnee at the Culture War, and I got an update for the situation with Rachel and Maria Taylor, part of which I was asleep for, but I got the update after I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to go in the office today. I was tired. Anywho, so the first thing I saw earlier today was Steven Jackson came out and defended Rachel Nichols. He basically said everything that we said in our original video, slightly different. He came from it at an angle of ESPN essentially is the cause of this, and to a degree, yeah, ESPN is the cause of this because they went out of their way to try and prop Maria up, and they tried to put her in the position that Rachel had, a position that Rachel was already promised and given, and that they wanted to look good, so they took Maria and tried to push Maria in that position. The only thing that he didn't really touch on was how Maria is using her leverage now, and because of the video and the call, to get into these positions and try to weasel her way in. He talks a lot about the videos because the videos are on his Instagram. He talks a lot about, black people also talk behind closed doors, and they basically say the same things when they, if they're qualified and whatnot, and they don't get the position for whatever or not reason, they're mad, just like anybody would be if they feel like they're qualified for the position. So he just goes on about that. What do you guys say?
Yeah, I mean, Stack said everything that, we had said in our previous video. Found out tonight that they removed Rachel Nichols from her post doing the NBA Finals. She's not doing the pre-show or the halftime show or the post-show. Instead, they had Malika Andrews there doing the sideline reporting, which is pretty messed up. So basically, the halftime show was Adrian Wojnarowski, Jalen Rose, Maria Taylor, and Jay Will. So you had 3 black people and 1 white guy. And then the sideline reporter was Malika Andrews, another black person.
And all of those people were in our original video, the first video, were saying that they had a problem with what was going on. Maria and Malika was a beneficiary of what Taylor was doing, because Taylor was trying to get Malika in a more position of prominence to do more sideline reporting and so on and so forth. Again, Malika, who has only been reporting for 2 years now, and has just got the position fresh off of her intern and so on and so forth. And Maria, who is now getting what she wanted, where she's pushed out Rachel, as you saw in the original article in our original video, we talk about it. It was at multiple points in the article where they talked about how Maria didn't want to be in the same space as her, and she didn't want Rachel to be hosting the NBA Countdown or as a part of NBA Countdown, and she wouldn't go on until Rachel wasn't there.
Yeah, so they decided to take the job that was in Rachel's contract for her to do and give it to not only just Maria, but also Malika Andrews. And it's pretty messed up because that's something that, you are given the work. It's in your contract to do it. You've been here with this network for a long period of time, and you've earned from a seniority aspect and of course a contractual aspect to do this job, and for it to just be taken from you for the sake of diversity brownie points is pretty messed up. So Stack made a great point in his series of Instagram videos where he basically was like, as black people, we talk about this all the time, like, not getting a job because you got pushed out for someone who was underqualified for whatever reason or not. And the way for equality isn't to then do that to people.
And then he talked about how there's a lot of black people that ride off of people's coattails and complain that they are further along when they never went out and got it and did it themselves. So, he talked about that as well.
Like, you've got people really be out here like stubbing their toe in their house and then blaming the white man. Like it's pretty ridiculous. That, you know, he did talk about that too. Like, essentially you have people saying that they can't get anywhere because of white people, but they're not trying to get anywhere. They're not trying to go out and do better. So, you know, it's unfortunate that Rachel had to be essentially the sacrificial lamb, I guess, of sorts in this situation.
Yeah. So going forward, before I say that, again, just want to emphasize, notice who's there. In our video, we talked about how Wojnarowski jumped in and inserted himself in the situation. How ESPN went directly to him, asked him privately what they should do in terms of the live recording and not live recording, and making everyone do that. Malika Andrews, who Maria Taylor was pushing to get more opportunity, and then you have Jay Will and Jalen Rose, two individuals who also behind the scenes were very discontent with what was going on in terms of they felt that Rachel should have been punished. So moving on from that, I don't know exactly what Rachel needs to do or should do in regards to looking for reconciliation, either suing or whatnot. I'm not sure what she can do, because it is in her contract, but it all depends on what she's willing to do and how far she's willing to stick her neck out there. I'm assuming that because of the information and the behind the scenes turmoil, because it didn't really seem like the issue was with people being upset on the outside. It seems like this is a move to satisfy individuals internally. Mm-hmm. And again, you see Mendelsohn, who Rachel was asking for advice from. Mendelsohn did say there was a lot of snakes in the grass at ESPN and she needed to be careful. So I don't know, take that for what you will. Only thing is, I find it really ironic. I find it really interesting that ESPN has decided to go this route because they want, again, to look good. And like Stack said, part of this was ESPN decided to try. They wanted to do this to look good, and they caused the whole issue because of them trying to insert people into positions they necessarily weren't supposed to be in, or that they already promised someone else.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what Rachel is gonna do. Me personally, I tell ESPN to go kick rocks. Like, honestly, at this point, I go tell ESPN to go kick some rocks. But I know more than likely, you know, they'll eat the cost of whether or not, you know, this is a matter of, you know, her contract and whatnot. So she still got the jump, which is great, until they decide that she's no longer, they feel as though she's not the face that they want for the jump or whatever. And then we'll see. But more than likely, she probably won't raise any more of a public stink about this, because she doesn't want to tarnish her reputation any further, which is really messed up, where in reality, the victim in all of this really was Rachel. And people are really out here trying to hang her in the court of public opinion. And then on top of that, ESPN is out here trying to hang her out to dry. So, yeah.
And another thing Stack also pointed out, when Rachel got the jump, first thing she did was hire a bunch of black people and former athletes.
Yeah. Rachel did advocate for, especially the former athletes, to be a part of the jump. So, you know, people don't remember that. They don't care about that. But
hey, well, the thing about it is, like I said before, you know, you want to pander to these people, and you want to pander to this audience that doesn't really care about necessarily what's right or who deserves what, or that their only goal is to gain more power. And this is what you got. And you got Rachel, who should have, you know, this is being an ally and whatnot and pandering to these people. This is what they get you. Eventually they try to excise you out and they try to take your position. And when the woke comes for you, you got to roll over and let it rock, or they'll start smearing you, which is what, you know, is happening. So that's the update for this. It wasn't really a lot. So we'll end it off here. Again, like, comment, subscribe for more. And yeah, see ya.